I don't know what that was all about. I was being told by TikTok I had to say I was sponsoring products on my live. I don't sponsor any products. Nobody pays me for what I'm doing. This is all just out of the good of my own heart. Love for what I'm doing. If I talk about a product in a positive or negative fashion, it's just an honest consumer's opinion of that product. Good morning, Not Original. Good morning, Talk. Taiwan, Julie, TN. Hello, Julie. Hello, Janet. Hello, Rick. Hello, Chip. Zakia. North Carolina Greek Life. I wonder what fraternity and or sorority that person's a member of. Hello, user. Hello, BizKits. Oh, BizKits. Oh, no. Oh, no. Greg, Mosey, Christine, G-Love, Silent Chaos. Chaos is kind of a fun word. I don't know if it's the spelling or the meaning, but when you add silent in front of it, it seems so beautiful almost. Because I think generally with chaos, you picture noise and what have you. Silent chaos. To be chaotic silently. I don't know. But good morning, good morning, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. Hold on, let me take a swig of water. It is Tuesday morning. Oh, is it Tuesday morning? Oh, is it, what time? 6:03 a.m. And it is November 26th. Happy Tuesday. Do I have any notes for today? No. I've got nothing to talk about. I have nothing to talk about. For anybody tuning in that thinks they want to hear something worth talking about, I've warned you in advance. I have nothing to talk about. So turn off, tune off, go to another live creator. Brush your teeth, go in the shower, shave your face, make your bed, do some stretching. Plenty of other things you can do than watch me today, I promise you. But if you're okay with nothing to talk about, stay tuned, because that's what I got coming for you. But anyway, again, my name's Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. Tuesday morning, just after 6 a.m., November 26th. It's kind of chilly out there. It's below freezing most of the night. Might have to pick myself up another one of these power generators. Oh, yes, I will. Oh, yes, I will. Oh, yes, I will. It's down to 6% charge when I woke up. I'm going, 6%'s cutting it a little too close. 6%'s going to cut it too close. But anyway, this whole show I have been doing for quite some time. It is a show about me talking. It is a show about me sharing some feelings, kind of sharing the ups and downs one has in life, kind of sharing some adventures. And for some reason, kind of like silent chaos, I'm noisy chaos, though. I talk loud. I have a big smile. I work at a restaurant, and although, I tend to be loud, hey, to my customers or employees alike, I like to think they like me. For whatever reason, I have a lot going on, and an ability to tell some stories, apparently. Yeah, Julia, I got some adventures. I wouldn't recommend necessarily what I do for other people at all. You know, I rode my scooter from Chicago to Yellowstone in May to take a job as a waiter. I'm glad I did it. I love that I did it. And then I rode it back 2 months later and loved that I did that too. A couple nights I slept out under the stars. It sounds poetic and beautiful when put that way, but it wasn't poetic nor beautiful. And I don't remember any stars. I just remember being cold. Yeah. Probably safer ways to travel. But I'll tell you what, I don't know if was a cooler way that I could have gone there. It was neat. And, but anyway, for those that have been watching a while, you know it's not just a show about me talking. Well... a show about me sharing my love of coffee. Who is having those 10 babies for me? You mean I can't do it on my own? I can't do it on my own? Well, how about we just say a lucky lady to be named later? Yeah. Hey, P, thank you so much for following the live creator. I so appreciate that. I so appreciate when you guys follow the live creator. I have a lot of fun. It's me getting going. People say I drink too much coffee, but I do not think that is true. I have not had a sip of coffee yet this morning, and it's just after 6 a.m. And this is what I got going on. And what I got going on is I am excited to have my first sip of coffee at this early hour on this fairly cool November 26th. My hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Oh. I'm really coming around to this Dunkin' Donuts with cream. For those that have been watching a while, you know I'm a fan of Starbucks pumpkin spice. Until 3 weeks ago, I was living in the lovely quarters provided to me by an extended stay in Naperville, Illinois. I had my coffee maker there. I had several bags of coffee. Oh, I lived a life of plenty. And I was really focused in on the pumpkin spice coffee. And black. And my situation has changed a little bit over the last couple weeks. I chose to cut some costs, cut some fat off the budget, and now I don't have a coffee maker anymore. And I'm not drinking Starbucks pumpkin spice. But I'll tell you what, I am enjoying the Dunkin'. The peppermint mocha is great. Truly is asking if I get the Dunkin's dark roast. I don't know. I drink what they give me. Do they have a dark roast? Or do they just, hey, beautiful, sent me a chili pepper. Thank you. Hot stuff is weird. Chili peppers can be crazy hot. You don't know what you're getting into when you're biting into a chili pepper a lot of times. And sometimes, like various chili peppers from, like you might order, I don't know, where I worked in Yellowstone, we had I forget what they were called, but they were various peppers. And most of them were pleasantly warm, but occasionally one would be quite piping hot. Well, somebody said, I'm just rambling. Well, so what? Maybe I want to ramble. Why so much handsome people these days? Do I have a job? Yes, I do. Elam followed the live creator. Beautiful, sent me a gobble gobble. The Tim Lord said, ramble on. I will. Joe Matias followed the live creator. Brian Sherman wants to know the favorite coffee of all time. Good morning, Laura. Favorite coffee of all time? I mean, it'd be hard not saying the pumpkin spice. But that's a seasonal coffee. And, I mean, I don't know. This is really good. I'm really enjoying this. Hey, by the way, I had a scratch on my forehead the other day. And I noticed it in a couple of my videos. It wasn't as attractive as I wanted it to look. And feel good to have it healing a little bit. Tim Lord said, Pete's morning, Angie followed the live creator. Well, thank you. And Patty from nearby Bolingbrook just followed the live creator. Good morning to you all. This is so fun. So easy in the car. No more pouring my coffee into the coffee maker. Getting the water ready, waiting for it to percolate. Yes, there's a small issue with the $3.51 I hand the woman. And when I say hand, I'm really just handing her my debit card. But I'm old school. I'm old. I like to think about handing them money. I still do occasionally. As a waiter, occasionally I'll have cash, but people pay and tip with cash less and less. You can go days without getting a cash tip. Good morning, Pamela. Levi wants to know how that pumpkin pie was. Let me tell you. I kid you not. I had an attractive woman say she wanted to take me out because she saw me eating that pumpkin pie. Not in person. It was a social media person. But I checked out a lot of her videos. She was a good-looking woman. She said she bakes. She wanted to come up, fly up here, and take me out because she saw me eating the pumpkin pie. Who knew? Who knew that a man engorging a whole pumpkin pie? And yes, I was eating it right out of the middle. And I glopped in a huge amount of Cool Whip and was loving it. And for some reason, that enticed an attractive woman to fly up here and take me out. I didn't know what that meant. It sounded like a good time. She's going to bring pumpkin pies. Nothing sexier than a good-looking woman carrying 2 pumpkin pies. Truly is the crust the favorite part of the part for last. I actually threw out the crust last night or yesterday. I threw it out, honestly. I bought the pie at Jewel, so don't anybody get offended and act like they baked it and they rolled out this special graham cracker crust. I do enjoy it, but I mean, it's not better than the pie itself. Come on. I mean, it's nice to hold the filling together, but it's not my favorite part. Am I sure it was really a woman? No. I mean, she looks like a woman. She looks like a woman. I didn't do any anatomical testing on her. But at this point in my life, beggars can't be choosers. And even a guy who looks like a hot woman carrying 2 pumpkin pies might be enough for me for a fun night out. Might be a fun night out. Good morning, Sandra Lynn. How are you? LV followed the live creator. Thank you so much. Lydia Diaz followed the live creator. Truly is promoting Walmart's 9-inch pies for $3.99. Well, let me tell you, last year I discovered the Costco pie for very cheap, and it's also massive. Yeah, holy crud. You know, pumpkin pie is almost a meal. It's tasty. Whatever it's lacking in its mealness, it more than makes up for in taste. All right, I've got even another reason to buy a Walmart huge pumpkin pie today. The other day when I was buying my pumpkin pie, I said, oh, what do I like on pumpkin pie? I obviously like Cool Whip. You got to be careful when buying Cool Whip. I think it was last Thanksgiving. I was going through those similar emotions, and I saw Cool Whip, and I grabbed it out of the thing. I think it was on sale, and I might have bought 3, and it was either like low sugar or low fat or something that I didn't want, and didn't taste quite the same. So this day, which was 2 nights ago, I was there. I was buying pumpkin pie. I was going, wow. You know, I got a thing for peanut M&Ms. I got a thing for ice cream, but 'tis the season. Let's just get me some pumpkin pie and get me some Cool Whip. And it was buy one, get one free. And okay, most of you guys know I've spent the last couple weeks kind of hanging out in my Kia Soul. So storage space and refrigerator space is somewhat limited. And you know, you don't have a family coming over, at least I don't plan to, having Thanksgiving dinner in my Kia Soul. But what was I going to do? It was buy one, get one free. So I bought two. And I've only used like 25%, maybe 35% of one, which means right back there, I've got a tub and a half of Cool Whip waiting for me. Can I genuinely say I am happy with my life? Yes, I'm genuinely happy with my life. Can I eat pumpkin pie filling from the can and not have to bother with any crust? I haven't tried. Does it come out sweet? Or is the pumpkin pie from the can filler something you add, you create, you have to make into pumpkin pie? Because if they actually put pumpkin pie filler right in the can ready to be eaten, I could. I would. And I will. Oh, wow. Huh. I mean, I would do some value checking. I would check the price. I would find out how much a can of pumpkin pie filler costs. And I would compare it to what a entire pumpkin pie costs. And now I know Walmart's are $3.99 for a huge one. But even still, the $4.99 one at Jewel was well worth it. So that can of pumpkin pie filler would have to be a great value. Would have to be a great value. Can you add? Would I add? If I did, and when I do, would I add my whipped cream to the can of pumpkin pie filler? I think I probably would. Why wouldn't I? I have a tub and a half. This is really a Thanksgiving themed, or at least a pumpkin pie themed Coffee with Ken show. For those, I'm picking up a lot of followers today, which I appreciate. Yes. Somebody's saying you cannot eat pumpkin pie filling without baking. I'm worried I'm going to get some rare foodborne illness now. Man found near death in his Kia Soul. 12 cans of mostly eaten pumpkin pie filler strewn about the car. Coroner says cause of death, likely overdose of uneaten, unbaked pumpkin pie. Oh, see, Sandra Lynn says it's just canned pumpkin, no spices. But Levi's first of all, okay, let me touch on misinformation. I think any campaign against misinformation is BS. And it's ridiculous. And it's anti-American and it's anti-free speech. Those are my real thoughts. And the fact that our government stopped people from saying certain things 4 years ago is a joke. And the fact that our newly elected president of the United States was banned from social media platforms is a joke. And the fact that various guys that created content were banned for spreading misinformation is a joke. But now that I've said what I really think about that, I'm going to say I've been being fed some misinformation about pumpkin pie filler. Because I was told that it's the same as the stuff that you put right in the pie. And I could eat it right out of the can. Now I'm picturing something totally opposite. I'm picturing like some soup. Some soup that is coming out of this. Some soup that is coming out of my pumpkin pie can. I don't gotta know better, Harrison. Because I didn't know better. I thought it might have been soup. I think I've seen it baked. Oh, thank you, beautiful, for reminding me to sip. Sandra Lynn, who I know, says it's cheaper to buy. When I say I know her, I don't know her. But she's over there. She's not too far. She's like 2 miles away. So it makes us feel like proximity gives us familiarity. Says it's cheaper to buy pre-made pumpkin pie. She used to make homemade pie and now only buy the Costco pumpkin pie. Yeah. I assume these companies, these retailers can't be making money on the pumpkin pie. Beautiful, thank you. Because they must be what are called lost leaders. Lost leaders, which are products that get you into a restaurant or a store or what have you, that a company is willing to take a loss on, so you buy their other stuff. And right now we've talked about Jewel and Walmart and Costco and their pumpkin pie prices. And I'm thinking I might find my way to a Walmart today to buy a pumpkin pie from Walmart for $3.99. That's huge. And while I'm there, they'll probably have a good chance of getting me to buy a thing or two else that they aren't taking losses on. And, yeah. Mason Sabik offers free Thanksgiving Day dinner. I'll tell you what, you guys know I'm a restaurant. I'm a server at a fairly nice restaurant here in Thanksgiving. We had a slow patch at the restaurant, and our hours were cut back a little bit. And I love my job, and I love the people, and I love the people I get to wait on. But I looked into other jobs because, I had bills to pay, and my shifts were cut back. And went into 2 different restaurants, and both of them were open on Thanksgiving. Both of them were open on Thanksgiving. I was a little surprised. The woman who I happened to interview with said, yeah, nobody likes to cook anymore since COVID. We're really busy. Big night. I don't know that I'd want to be working. I mean, who wants to work on Thanksgiving? I mean, I could do it. I worked on Father's Day. I worked on July 4th this year. Out in Yellowstone. It was a tough day. Not because I missed the fireworks, but because everybody pretty much that went to my restaurant that night was international. Because all the Americans, people from the United States, were off doing 4th of July things. I don't know where they went. But they weren't coming into the dining room. So we got almost 100% international customers at the restaurant I worked at in Yellowstone. And let me tell you, there is a country that, if you are a native of their land, does not think that tipping is a part of the dining out process. And let me tell you, on that night, I had an abundance of people from a land that does not believe the tipping is a part of the experience. What's going on at the restaurant right now, do I think? You mean the one in Yellowstone? The one in Yellowstone? I don't know if they're open for right now. I know they're open in the winter. They got to be open year round. What's going on? I don't know. They got a totally different staff. It is weird. It is weird. You work in a restaurant, a seasonal restaurant, and when I'm talking to these managers, I don't think they get it. Running a restaurant is not easy. Managing a restaurant is not easy. Controlling all the employees is not easy. You got to get people you're comfortable with, managers that know how to manage, waiters that take on a certain level of professionalism, and bus people that also do. And I look back at what was going on at our restaurant in Yellowstone. I had a bus person sleeping behind the bus station. And she wasn't even working for me. But I go, you can't be doing that. What are you doing? You're sleeping. Customers can see you. Because she was hired on a seasonal basis. And she didn't give two poops about customer service or that restaurant. And knew she was going to get tipped out a certain percentage from us no matter what she did, because that was the rule. And nobody in management said anything. And I'm going, I'm a waiter, I'm not manager, but I'm just expect a certain level of decency from my fellow workers. And she wasn't displaying it at all. And it wasn't just the, one employee. It's top to bottom. It's amazing the food got served and the restaurant operated at all. But again, if that restaurant was released out into society and away from the safe walls it had around it in Yellowstone, it would never survive in downtown Naperville. It would never survive in downtown Naperville or anywhere that has competition. Yeah, because they didn't have to be great. They didn't have to be great. They didn't even have to be good. They tried. I mean, we all tried. Not we all. Some of us didn't try. I tried. But nobody, I don't know if you guys know what I'm saying. I mean, everyone was just hired. It was totally new staff, totally new management. Here you go. It was so weird. They didn't let us sample any of the food. Any of the food. They said it was stealing. They said it was stealing. People ask us, what do we like? Do we like the food? Does this taste good? I got no idea. I got no idea. Looks pretty good. Some of the customers like it, some don't, but I got no idea. Good luck. What's the most expensive restaurant in Naperville? I don't know. I don't know. I'm certain I don't know. A few come to mind. Hugo's Frog Bar is nice. Sullivan's Steakhouse, I'd imagine, is pretty expensive. There could be some fine dining restaurant that's I don't even know about that is crazy expensive. Catch 35. I don't think I've ever eaten at Catch 35, but I bet you it's expensive. It's a seafood place. But I don't know. We got some Naperville people watching. Yeah, Rockin' Robin, we didn't get a shift meal or a shift meal credit. We didn't even get... the restaurant I work at, no. We just came out with our new fall-winter menu a couple weeks ago. And the chefs created all the dishes, and we were all required and paid for to be at a meeting on a Monday when we're normally closed. And we tried it all. We tried all the food. It seemed, but even, like if there was too many French fries made, we would have to throw out the French fries. We couldn't eat one. It was so weird. And they may have had a problem at this restaurant before, but you couldn't even eat an extra French fry that was being thrown out. We would throw out food and not let the waiters even see what it would taste like. It seems crazy to me. And it's true. It's true. I mean, all the time they'd go, oh, how's this dessert? I don't know. I do not know. They don't let us try any food. Yeah, no, I think it's beyond weird. And I'm not making it up. It was really weird. Yeah, no, that's common sense. I know. I know. But again, maybe the whole company had some issues where people were gorging and being stupid because, again, it was a seasonal job and they hired via the phone interview. You know, it was weird. It was weird. It was last April. I applied. Somebody called me. We talked on the phone and then I was emailed a job offer. And they said, show up here in Gardner, Montana on Thursday, 6 weeks from now, between like 1 and 3. And I'm sitting here in Chicago going, is this for real? Is this for real? Am I going to really? Because I didn't even have a car. I was going to ride across the country on a scooter. And I did. For a job where I hadn't met anybody. I mean, it was real. And I'm not saying the food I think there is pretty good. And the service was okay. And we did okay. But we didn't have to compete with restaurants in the real world. And again, Yellowstone has 4.5 million people. 4.5 million people coming through every year. And you got to book early and often, and it's expensive, and it's spectacular. But because of that, and because the restaurant or the company that ran the business operations had a monopoly on everything, they didn't have to be great. Where did I sleep? I slept in a dorm room. They provided us housing and food. Housing and food for $500 a month. For $500 a month. Somebody's saying they need followers. I wonder why they need followers. I'd say if you really need followers and you want to be a content creator, you got to go out there and earn your followers. And start producing content that people want to watch. And grow your platform over time. Oh. Hunty said, I'm such a handsome man. Any chance Hunty is a gorgeous woman? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. Hello, Aaron and Campora. Well, see, Hunty, that's just not the way I fly. That is not the way I fly. So I appreciate the kind words. And you can call me handsome all day, but it's not going to get you anywhere. It is not going to get you anywhere. Somebody else followed. Hey, Brian, I almost called you yesterday. Brian. I didn't. I was frustrated for a little bit. Brian, a.k.a. the Combat Clock Company. Brian was a vet. I think he served in active duty, I believe. And has a company that builds Stars and Stripes clocks. And he does a lot of videos, and he'll post live videos of him manufacturing handmade these clocks with the flag on it, the USA flag. So if anybody out there is interested, is feeling extra patriotic, or for whatever reason has a patriotic person in their life, check out the Combat Clock Company. And he makes some cool looking clocks on his show. And, I bet you, he does pretty well. I would imagine he does. And this platform would probably be good. So, I almost called you yesterday, because he gave me some advice on trolls. We went out to coffee about a year ago, and he said, just ignore them. Just ignore them. And I got people asking, I almost called them and go, should I still be just ignoring them? I feel a little bad. Okay, I got a group of trolls following me. And for a while, it hurt my feelings and offended me, and I was hurt because somebody would say bad things about me. And they are all half-truths. There's like a grain of truth in what they're saying on each one, but they exponential it all and make it sound horrific. When it's really just a guy going through life. And, but anyway, so they say a bunch of horrible things about me. They have a bunch of horrible pages about me. I am telling you out there, I had to let go of a couple followers, people that watched me every day. And I let go of them yesterday because I looked up one of these troll accounts and I saw that they followed him. And I didn't want somebody that follows me following the troll account and getting their jollies off people saying negative things about me. So I had to let a couple people go yesterday. Felt good. One I did in not so kind of words. One I let go and said, hey, you are the company you keep. Good luck to you. And he let out a couple barbs on the way out. But there was a woman that followed me. And her explanation of why she followed these trolls, because she thought it was kind of funny and it's all part of social media, really disturbed me. And I go, yeah, it's funny when they're making fun of somebody else and you're laughing along with it. It's not so funny when they're making fun of you. And for her to explain it or rationalize that it's funny and it's part of social media, I found horrifically offensive. And I let her know. Yeah, Rockin' Robin, I'm getting better at ignoring it. Don't I make money off the trolls? See, that's the problem. That's the problem. I do. And they are probably my most loyal fans. And whatever algorithm stuff is going on behind the scenes with social media, them hopping on, saying hateful things about me, probably appeals to the powers that be here on TikTok. However, the thing that bumps me is that what they say about me doesn't hurt me. But I almost feel bad for my viewers when they'll say something to them and engage in get lowered to their negativity. I've quoted this quote a lot. You can't argue with idiots because they'll bring you down to their level and beat the crap out of you with experience. And if you're a good, decent, normal human being that doesn't like to say mean things to people, and you come across a troll who for some reason likes to say mean things to people, you're going to be lowering yourself and hurting who you are arguing with a troll. I would get a moderator when you get bigger. They seem to help a lot. Aaron, no, I have moderators. Yeah, you don't need company like that, and the money's not worth it. The money's not worth it. The money's not worth it. And I do believe you are the company you keep. Hey, Green Kia! It's Kia Soul rode by. I have a little quick embarrassing thing to tell you. It's not really embarrassing. I mean, I do a lot more embarrassing things than what I'm going to tell you in a minute. But I do believe you are the company you keep. And if you're going to hang out with losers, you can't help but get a little bit of that loser ick on you. And I'm telling you, you don't want loser ick on you. So I would encourage you all to evaluate who you hang out with and who you spend the most time with, because it's going to impact who you become as a person and how you feel about yourself. Yeah. And even if it helps the clicks, and even if it helps me monetarily, the fact that it weighs me down mentally at all, my mental health and mental well-being and those of my viewers is worth more than a few extra bucks I make, I think. I mean, I need the money. It's part of my business plan. Somebody hopped on and said he's a loser trying to be TikTok famous. I'm not trying to be famous. I hope to make money. I hope to make a difference. And when I say I hope, I don't even hope. I know I'm making money and I know I'm making a difference. And that feels good. Who's this person? Somebody's saying at least acknowledge. And just for the record, if anybody hops on and gets all upset that I don't acknowledge them soon enough, this page probably is not going to be for you. This page is not going to be for you, and you're not going to last or long following my stuff if you're angry that I don't acknowledge you when you hop on my live show. You feel, okay, so we got a troll on. Troll alert. I feel like we ask you questions about gossip, like not paying child support, and you ignore it. You want me to address gossip on a troll page? You want me to make my content? You want me to control what I talk about and control my message and talk about stuff that's not true and gossip? You just called it gossip. And it's coming from a troll page. I can't address the same gossip. I've addressed all the trolls' rumors. It doesn't do any good. I coached track. I coached track 3 years ago at a junior high. And I was going through a divorce. It was a hard time. No excuse even needed. I'm a fiery guy. I called one kid a dumbass on my track team because he was goofing off, and I called him a dumbass. And I resigned because you can't go calling junior high kids dumbass. I get it, but I resigned. And the trolls are still talking about it. It was 3 years ago. They're saying I cussed out the team and I got fired. It's not true. Again, there's a grain of truth. I called a kid a dumbass. Was it right? No. Was it appropriate? No. Was he acting like one? Yes. Seriously. Chugger wants me to define what a troll is. You know one when you see one. You know one when you see one. Huh. I don't know what's going on. I think we got some trolls on. Do we have some trolls on? Yeah, we do. There's one. Lit says they're single and searching. Lit says they're single and searching. Yeah, isn't it weird? Hello, Edward. Hello, Edward. Hello, Edward. So anyway, what time is it? It's 10 to 7. It's getting a little chilly out. I am picking up my beautiful babies in about an hour and a half. Saw them yesterday. It was a little warmer, so I took them to a playground near where their mama lives. They had a lot of fun. For anybody that's new, I got two beautiful children, a little girl named Eve, who's 2, and my nugget of love, Augie, who's just past 3.5. And they're my sweet little things. And I feel so good. I cannot tell you. I wasn't seeing them nearly as often as I could, or not as I could, as I should, or as I wanted to, because I didn't own a car. And about 3 weeks ago, I bought this car that you see me in right now. And I had to make various sacrifices to do it. But those sacrifices were well worth it because I get to see my babies. And I get to see them this morning. And I get to say, Dada loves Augie! And then tickle him like this, and he goes, Then I do it, Dada loves Evie, and she was kind of in a crabby mood, and I go, blah, 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 blah. And she was being a little crabby. She was being a little crabby. Irina Campora says, good morning, Captain Kenny. Thank you for opting on. Erin Akampora says she takes her grandson to the mall's play area. It's free and fun and warm. Bestie loves it. Yeah. It's interesting. Their grandma would take them to a play area near here. Would take them to a play area near here. And it probably is a good idea. I recently joined a gym that has an amazing daycare, and they went once last Thursday and loved it. And I'm going to take them there again today and then get a workout in and then take them out to lunch and do whatever it is we do with them today. But I'm looking forward to seeing them. And Harrison asked if I'll spend Thanksgiving with them. No, I think they'll probably be hanging with their mama on Thanksgiving. She lives in a nice house and has an ability to give them what I think they deserve in terms of a nice Thanksgiving. Not that they don't deserve their dad, and not that their time spent with their dad I don't want to get teary-eyed, isn't important, but they're in a nice, safe home with beds and cribs and siblings and toys and TVs and places to run. So, so they'll be with them on Thanksgiving. Be with their mama on Thanksgiving. Leela followed the live creator. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're getting a really nice audience today. We are getting a really nice audience today. Dill Pickle asked if my ex is remarried. I have 2 exes. And one is remarried and one is not remarried. But anyway, it's Tuesday morning. Picking up my little babies in an hour and a half. Excited about my day. Daily, I have 4 children, but 2 are little babies. 2 are 18 and 16. And might not like it if I called them little babies. I got 4 beautiful kids. Will I marry again? I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't say no. I used to drink alcohol and smoke pot every day when I met and married the previous women. That has to affect things and relationships, you know? And build a foundation on unhealthy things and unhealthy people. Would I date? I don't know. I'm not like morally against anybody drinking alcohol. I'm not morally against anybody drinking alcohol. But I might have a hard time dating. I mean, I date. What's a date? Go to a movie? But I had a problem with my drinking. I would drink all the time. You know, if a woman wants to have a glass of wine now and again, it's not a big deal. But I think most people aren't able to handle alcohol. Aren't able to handle alcohol. And yeah, most people aren't able to handle alcohol, but some probably can. And I don't have any moral. I mean, a little bit I do, but if I'm out to dinner and a woman wants to have a glass of wine or 2 or whatever, I don't know. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would. Harrison, you're very argumentative. Is Harrison a real person? No, I don't even think Harrison's a real person. They came in very upset that people didn't know how to make pumpkin pie. And now he just says that's not true because he has a few beers a month. Well, I said most people can't responsibly handle their alcohol. So, you disagreeing with it because you have a few beers a month doesn't make any sense. Hello, Aaron Akampora. Hello, Susie Q. Do I think I would have not chose either past spouse sober? That's a deep question. That is a deep question. I would have been a totally different person. I would have been a totally different person. So if I say no, I don't mean because they're not worthy. It's not because they're not worthy, but I would have been a different person. R. Cooley said, how come if someone says opposite of what you believe, you get aggressive? Maybe because I'm aggressive. Jeannie says she doesn't drink anymore. Hey, Rock and Robin, thank you for joining. Hey, Arcoolby, is that a good enough answer for you? Is that a good enough answer for you? Do I go to therapy? No, I have. I certainly have. Did they have the same unhealthy habits? They certainly did with me, Lisa Smith. They certainly did with me. They certainly did with me. Is that why I don't drink? No, because I think I was a loser when I drank every day. Yeah. I wanted to drink all the time. I'd be sitting here, and instead of looking forward to picking up my kids today, I'd be wondering when I'm going to be able to drop them off back at their mom's so I could meet a buddy out for a beer at lunch. And I couldn't enjoy the moment as a person that was drinking alcohol. As a person that was drinking alcohol, I was never in the moment because I was always wondering when I was going to have my next beer. Yeah. Oh. But anyway. No. I have two children with each ex-wife. Two beautiful kids with each ex-wife. Somebody just asked if my remarried ex is the one I have the 4 kids with. No, I have two. God blessed me with 2 older girls and 2 beautiful little ones. Levi, it is good I'm done with all of that. It is good I'm done with all of that. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. I promise you, 10 years ago, I was thinking this is the way it's going to end. I'm going to be on a couch with bottles of Heineken strewn about, and my liver's going to give out. You know, I'll probably end at 65 years old. And something clicked about just over 3 years ago, and I said, hey, let's see what we can do. Let us see what we can do. Will I start dating again? I certainly will at some point. But I don't have the overwhelming need. I don't have an overwhelming need to have a woman in my life. And I think that is the first time I can truly say that. Not today, but I mean, recently that's true. I think before I felt I needed a woman in my life to mean, recently that's true. I think before I felt I needed a woman in my life to mean. Are you guys still there? Are you guys still there? Are you guys still there? Oh, let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened. Yeah, okay, well, I'm glad you guys are here. I'm glad you guys are here. I was worried I lost the live. All of a sudden, I got an alert from my phone, and it said iPhone has to cool off before I can use it. And so my phone went dead because I'm have my phone plugged into my heating vent on one of these little chargers, and because of that, my phone went dead, and I thought I lost all this content. And you guys know I post these lives on various social media platforms. I was a little worried you guys were going to think, I don't know, a tree fell on my car or something like that. No, the Pizza Pup, I don't need to open the window. What I needed to turn down was the heating on my car that was blowing directly on my phone. And I didn't realize, because it's got a case in it, a plastic case it's surrounded by, but I took the case off a minute ago, and the phone itself was pretty darn hot. So it's kind of neat that Apple has that safety feature, but it's also note to self. Turn the heat down before I go live next time if I'm going to have the phone hooked up to my heating vent, obviously. So, but anyway, that seems like I don't even know where we were. My aunt is in Bolingbrook and would be open to going on a date with me. Yeah. She'd be open to it. Well, talk about a blind date. I don't even know who you are. I don't even know who you are. The JW says that. So I don't even know who you are, and you want to hook me up. You might want to hook me up with your aunt. Tell her I said hello. Tell her to watch my show. Aaron wants me to take you live at Starbucks. A couple issues with that. They play music. It's kind of loud. And it's a little distracting when people are watching you as you're talking live at a crowded place. And I'll tell you what, I'm talking out of my car has worked pretty easily for me outside of the heating vent issue that we just had. But it kind of works well for me. And it's a great place. I don't know, for me to sit and I don't know, get some talking in. But again, it's Tuesday morning. I appreciate you guys hopping on today and sticking with me through my little technical glitch that was the heating vent. And I hope you had a wonderful night's sleep. And I hope that you're feeling good, that you're excited about your day, that you are loving yourself, that you are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.